Hey, you. I'm so glad you're back with me. Well, I hope you're back with me. It's Gayle, your grief girl. I finally got the family out so it could just be me and you. Hey, how you been? So when we talked last week, we talked about ways that we can reach out in some real ways when someone we love is hurting. And the funny thing that happened, the funny thing that happened after that is I got a call from my sister-in-law, and she said she felt like I was fussing at y'all. She felt like I was scolding. Don't do that with your little condolences and your rest in peace. And listen, I wasn't trying to fuss at you. I mean, I was trying to fuss at you. I was trying to pull out of you and out of me, because I do that trite condolence stuff sometimes myself. But what I was trying to pull out of you is try harder. That's all. Y'all, we don't know how much time we got left. Love harder. Every time you get an opportunity, do it good. That's what I was saying to you. So I'm glad you're here. Tonight, can we talk? Can I talk to you? Can I just be real with you? I want to talk directly to those of you who have lost somebody special. So for these next 30 minutes, it's going to be just you and me. Because let's face it, I'm going to be talking to me too. Because I've lost a whole lot of folk that I wish was still here. So I'm talking to you, but I'm talking to Gayle as well. Let me start off by saying thank you to you. Remember last summer when my mama was dying? And I was in the car with my big girl. And we were rushing down 95 and stopping. You didn't know this part. Okay, I'll tell you. We were stopping along the way to throw up and to shit. Because we could not believe what was happening. It happened so fast, y'all. I mean, we put Mama in hospice 2 days after Mother's Day. And then June 10th, she was gone. God, I don't know what's worse. Tell me, what's worse, y'all? To lose Mama fast or to lose Mama slow? Talk to me. To lose Mama while you rushing down 95 South, rushing down 85 South, just trying to make it. Damn it, all these red lights. Thank God there were no toll booths, right? And y'all hung in there, baby. You hung in there every step of the way. You were like, you can do it, Gayle. You can make it. You can make it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Can you imagine Josephine trying to make it to your mama? Good God Almighty. So I never did bring you up to date about what happened once I got there. So I came busting through Mama's door, the front door, and I ran through the house, and I ran through my mama's bedroom, and there Mama was waiting for me. You know what I'm talking about, Jalula. She just waited, and she was half in her mind, and she was half out of her mind. She was half here, and she was half there. And I just grabbed her up. She was in her little hospital bed, bald, didn't have any hair left. And I just grabbed my mama up and I said, thank you, mama, for waiting. I said, thank you, mama. I said, thank you, mommy. You waited for me. Mwah, mwah. You know what I'm talking about. You know the feeling. I'll never forget those of you who took that ride with me. And then you called me. Listen, you were inboxing me an hour later, a day later, a week later. You would not let me go. And that's what I'm talking about, y'all. When I talk about reaching out real, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I'm not fussing. I'm not fussing. I'm not fussing. I'm talking about reaching out to your girl whose uncle just died an hour ago in ways that she will never forget. Now that's real. That's real. That's love, right? That's the God in us. That is the responsibility in us to love well and to love right. So listen. Listen to me, babies. Listen to you. Listen to me. Those of you who are walking through the path. Doesn't it suck? I had a moment yesterday. I was walking down 14th Street, headed to McDonald's to get my egg biscuit. And you know how they say that, you know, when someone dies, give it a moment and you'll feel better, and think about the good things, right? You've heard that one. Think about the good memories. Think about the good times. Well, that missed me. I missed that bus. I hadn't been able to do that. Most times I think of mama and I think about how far away she feels from me. But yesterday, walking to McDonald's for my egg biscuit, I thought of mama. And I was in a hurry, right? I was trying to get to the boys' school in time for the spelling bee. I'll tell you about that later. And all of a sudden, listen. I had this memory. Of the time when I was in Boston. And I was foolishly about to compete against the every decade slam queen Patricia Smith. So I was in a little hotel room and I didn't have a clock, and you know, this was before folks had phones with the time on. So randomly I was calling people to ask them what time it was. Just calling strangers, just going. I knew the area code in Boston, and I was just calling people, and I said, excuse me, I'm sorry to bother you, ma'am, but do you know what time it is? And folks were like, who is this? It's 8:13. Goodbye. And I told my mama, and my mama thought that was so damn funny. That her little crazy daughter, I'm the baby girl, that she would be calling people randomly to ask them what time it is. And yesterday, while I was rushing to McDonald's for my egg biscuit, trying to get to the spelling bee, I had that memory. And it brought a little smile to my face. I didn't laugh. I didn't want them to arrest me and think I was, losing it on 14th Street, but it brought a little smile to me. So maybe that's what they mean, right? Maybe that's what they mean when they say, give it time, focus on the good memories, and you'll make it through. And we will make it through. I am testimony. You are testimony. The very fact that you are here and you are listening and you are with me means that this grief shit will not kill us. Damn it. Say it with me. Say it with me, June. Say it with me, Stacy. Say it with me, Monique. I will not let this grief thing kill me. I'm going to live on. Some way, somehow, I'm going to live through this, and it's going to hurt forever. Listen to me. It's a marathon. This ain't no sprint. It's lifelong. Sorry to break it to you. Some of you already know. It's lifelong. It's lifelong. I'm trying to turn my head. Let me tell you what I'm trying to do now. Like last time, I got one contact in and one out, so I can read what you say, Gary Hicks. Peace to you too, Gary. Look at Freedom. Frida and I grew up together, 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, right across the street from each other. Frida, don't you miss your mama like hell? Frida had the prettiest mama in the whole neighborhood. Her mother was a supermodel. At least she looked like one. Man, she would come out of the bedroom. Me and Frida would be sitting there watching Sesame Street, trying to learn how to count. And Frida's mama, Miss Reeves, would come out of the bathroom like she was Tyra Banks. Now she's in heaven on the catwalk. Loving you, Frida. That woman loved herself some Frida. And my mama loved herself some Gayle. That helps a little bit. Listen, does it help you to know that your brother, listen to me, Carol Hanford. Does it help you to know that Lou Allen loved you just as much as you loved him? These folks that we missing, these folks that we are mourning, guess what? Epiphany time. Guess what? Maybe they mourning us too. Maybe somewhere in the divide, maybe somewhere in the separation, they're somewhere talking to each other going, God, I miss Carol. Man, oh man, I miss Eartha. Maybe so. It's a great thought. What if this marathon, listen to me, listen to this. What if this marathon, oh my goodness. What if this marathon is about learning something we didn't know before? Now listen, I'm not saying that your daddy died so he could teach you something. No. What I'm saying is, I wonder, y'all, how we can take this experience of loss that hurt so badly. You had trouble getting out of bed this morning, I know, hurt so badly. I wonder if we can take this experience of loss and turn it into something that takes us higher. You know you ain't been the same since your best friend died. Listen to me, Stacy. Losing Kimberly, you ain't gonna be the same. You're not gonna be the same. And perhaps if we can get anything, maybe we can get that. My heart is more tender since I lost Daddy. Man, listen, I done lost so many people. My family reunion, it ought to be in the cemetery. I'm humble. I'm humble. When somebody says to me that they just lost somebody special, I can't just walk by them no more. When I'm at the bank and I see the teller wiping a few tears, I can't just ask her to give me my money. Well, I could. But you know, I'm sensitive. I'm tender. I'm that steak that's been pounded and pounded, and now I'm tender. Now I see you. Now I go pick Monique up on her lunch break and I say, girl, talk to me. Tell me all about Christopher. Now I'm tender. So if that's the price I had to pay, if that's the price that we have to pay, those of us willing to admit that we are grieving, everybody grieving. Ha! But it's just a few of us who are willing to say, you know, I'm hurting today. Listen to me. I got my hair done today for y'all, right? Look at that, looking nice, right? And while I was sitting in the chair, because grief is a bitch, I was sitting in the chair, normal. Hairdresser talking to me about her granddaughter who just finished college. And so she said, part of our role as mothers is to prepare our children for when we're not with them anymore. And I was messed up. Just like that. So one minute I'm in the black chair and I'm getting the oils in and she's massaging me, and then she said those words and bam. And you know what I did? I'm going to tell you what I did. I beat that bitch back. That grief bitch. I said, here, take that. I said to my hairdresser, I said, you know what, Liz? You know what you just said about part of my role as a mama is to let them learn how to let me go. I said, you made me cry a little bit when you said that, Liz. In other words, friends, I didn't sit there all swole up trying to be big and grown and hard, because I'm not big and grown and hard. I'm a woman who has to live the rest of her life without her Toya. Shout out DST. Although I'm AKA, I can shout y'all out because y'all hurting so bad losing Toya. Toya Watts. I don't have to be big. I don't have to be hard. I don't have to be grown. I don't have to be mature. So what I said to my hairdresser is, I said, you know what, Liz? When you said that thing about mothers and the role, that hurt. For what it's worth, I let it go. Just by saying in the moment, I am hurting. Are you listening to me? Listen to me. Listen. Just by saying in the moment what you just said inadvertently, folk don't mean us no harm. That woman at the grocery store who walked by you smelling like your Aunt Betty, she didn't mean to yank tears out of you. But to just say in the moment, whoo, that hurt. It's kind of diffusing. Let me see. Are you getting this? You getting this, Heather? It's kind of diffusing, right? It's kind of diffusing to admit that you are breaking down in the moment. I'm so glad y'all are here with me. My goodness. What you want me to talk? You know what? Last week, my classmate Ignatius said that he wanted me to talk on the subject of the double losses. What that means is, when you lose somebody special, there's all these other losses that occur around the loss. So you got the central loss, but then kind of swirling around the central loss can be a whole lot of little bitty losses, right? So Ignatius lost his mother. I think it was last year, right? He lost Mrs. Mama Reeves. But now there seems to be some separation going on that makes him hurt all over again. Some other separations, some separations from family. Now they're kind of feeling cut off from each other because they don't have that common cord of Mrs. Reeves to keep them united. Do you know what I mean? So the loss is around the loss. And I keep telling y'all, I am not your grief guru. I don't have all the answers. Neither do you. I'm your grief girl. I'm the one that wants to be here for you every other Thursday. And I want you all to let me know if you want me here more. Because I like talking to you, and I know that you liking it too. So what I'm thinking, Ignatius, about those little other losses, probably a name for it, a collateral loss or something. Maybe we ought to build up our happiness bank. So when you go to pick a flower in the morning, on your way to work, on your way to the store, pick 2 of them and smell them deep. Like inhale everything that flower's got for you until you just walk around the rest of the day with them two little tulips stuck up in your nose, right? Depositing into your happy bank. So when your man makes that good ass gravy that he makes you every Saturday night, he got to let it simmer. He got to put the garlic in and a little bit of butter. The next time you taste it, you damn near lick your fingers off because it's so good. Depositing into the happy bank so that when the losses occur, and they will, when the losses come, right, to pound you, and the older we get, y'all, let's face it, the more we're going to have them, right? Here it is. Welcome to the club. Ta-da. But the more they come, the more they come, the more they come. You have filled your happy bank up so completely that you got a little something to help you withstand the grief. What you think about that? It's like when folks tell you you need to save up 3 months worth of expenses so that when the job lays you off or when your boss gets tired of looking at you, you have something to fall back on. And I'm suggesting that same kind of thing when it comes to grief. Build up the bank. Build it up. Tomorrow, when that cute guy thanks you for bringing the car in for the oil change, say, thank you, welcome, baby. Right? Building up the happy bank. Building up the happy bank. Let me see what y'all saying to me. Pierre. Hey, baby. I was so happy to meet Pierre recently. Pierre, I was hurting that night. I didn't tell you because it was so gracious of you to walk me to my car that night, but I was hurting. I had just come off stage. I had just kicked up a whole bunch of angst. And there you were. Just walk. You didn't even know me. You just walking step by step with me. That's what I'm talking about. I don't need a big bouquet of roses. I mean, I'll take it. But walk with me. Walk with your girl. Walk with your next door neighbor. Which brings me to something else I want to share with you. Okay. In your hurt, right? It's so easy to get immersed in it, enfolded in it. And sometimes we forget that other folk are hurting too. So I'm wondering this. I'm wondering if, y'all, in the center of our hurt, can we take a minute to reach out to another griever? Just a minute. It's like a little grief vacation. Yeah, a little time off from the grief. So you're in the middle of your tears, right? You're in the middle of wondering where your uncle went. He feels so far away. You hadn't seen him in 4 years, right? Cancer took him. And in the middle of that, can you knock on your neighbor's front door and say, your husband died. Curtis, let's go out. Me and you. And you say that as you're grabbing your jacket so that your neighbor doesn't have an opportunity to say, no, baby, it's all right. No. You already got your jacket. You got your hoodie and you're ready to go. I'm just wondering, y'all, if we can take a minute to step out of the grief. Let me tell you something. Can I keep it real with you? This that I'm doing right now is my moment. It's my grief vacation. So I'm in the grief, but I'm out of the grief because I'm hugging on you. Ooh, hug me. Just stop for a minute. Come on. Come on. Come on. Give me some. Give me some. Let me see what y'all saying to me. My classmate, Kimberly, died. And to those who loved Kimberly most, Let me put it this way, y'all. I'm sure there are a whole lot of folk from the class of 83, Benjamin E. Mays High School, Atlanta, Georgia, walking around right now in a daze. So if you see a whole bunch of little brown zombies around 52 years of age, just walking around, walking through Kroger, walking through Publix, you can just lean over and say, did you know Kimberly? Man, she was loved. I can only hope to be half as loved as, a fourth as loved as Kimberly was. So she died. And my class will be burying her this weekend. And every day her daughter reaches out on Facebook. She says, oh, I love my mommy. We're going to be burying my mommy. I can't imagine, Jana. I can't imagine. I was 52 when I lost my mama, and you are a baby. I'm so sorry. So I want to say to all my class members, I won't be there Saturday, but I will be there. I'll be there. I'll be there in the best possible way. Thinking of you, picturing the flowers, picturing beautiful, oh, beautiful girl, right? Bam! Always on, always fierce, diva, right? I'll be right there, class of 83. Love on that baby. Love on that daughter. Love on that June. June. I'm calling you when this is done, I'm calling you June. June Taylor. Okay, I want to say this to you without you thinking that I'm fussing at you. Stop trying to do all this stuff by yourself. Right? Right, Valerie? Valerie's a member of the Motherless Club as well. We just trying to handle it all. We trying to handle this, and we trying to handle that, and we like the women in certain parts of Africa. We got the babies, and then we got the water on our head. Come on. Put the water down. Put one of the babies down. Put something down. Rest yourself. You're so busy trying to do this, trying to do that. Now listen. I understand that it's important to stay busy while you're grieving. But listen, shh. It's also important to sit down and shut up. Let the man over there at the gas station who has that little crush on you, Stephen, let that man bring you some hot French fries and hot sauce. You ain't got to do it all. In other words, okay, let me say this. So what I'm saying is it's a balancing act, right? It's a balancing act. I want you to try reaching out to someone else who's grieving, but I also want you to try to reach in too. Allow somebody else to give you some. Give you some. Get you done, right? Get you some good loving. Shoot, let's keep it real. Grown folk. I don't friend children. So grown folk, get you some loving. Get you some good tongue kissing. Get you some in your grief. So you're giving out, but you're also getting back. Keeping that balance. You're depositing into the happy bank. That looked funny, didn't it? Listen, depositing into the happy bank and depositing into someone else's happy bank as well. Man, I love y'all. You getting something out of this? Let me see what we got. Nikita, hey, baby. You came on when I was talking about your Kimberly. Lord have mercy. Class of 83, we got to reach out. I can't wait to see y'all in June. I want hugs and I want to give some. We don't know how much time we got left. You better love. You better deposit in the bank. Let me leave you with this. Tonight for me has been about completing the circle, right? So 2 Thursdays ago, we talked about how to love real. And this time we talked about how to receive the love, how to love you. I want to say to y'all, walk away sometimes. My friend Monique was telling me when I picked her up on the lunch break the other day, she was saying she went to church for the first time since her brother died. And it was hard because he was the church. He was the church. So she dared to go back. And she was doing good. She was holding up. When all of a sudden, little 2-year-old Jada with the big brown eyes like headlights came up to her and said, "Where Mr. Chris?" And she wasn't doing good anymore. Well, she was doing good, because we are doing good. But she was getting the beat down. She was getting the grief beat down. So what she did was she explained to 2-year-old Jada that her brother was sleeping. And then she took a moment to walk away and cry. Yay! Whatever it takes, y'all. Don't do drugs. Don't drink about a bunch of liquor. I'm not talking about that. But whatever it takes, if you need to go away, if you need to let your hairdresser know what you just said hurt, if you need to have you some good barbecue tonight, shit, do it. Do it. Let me see what we got here. Coach Dixon from Mays High School, Lord have mercy. Terry Sutton's daddy had the hardware store forever, was a cornerstone in Atlanta. Lord have mercy. We just getting beat down, y'all. I told you grief's a bitch. But we are too. We are strong, babies. We are strong. I want you to remember that tomorrow when you need to leave lunch and get a cry, okay? Because you're thinking about your cousin. You got this. It ain't gonna kill you. It's just gonna hurt. I love y'all. I do. I love this. Every other Thursday, I'll come back here unless y'all say, I need some more of that, Gayle. Every other Thursday. Y'all blew me up last week with the views. Good. And share it and share it and share it and share it. Share it with everybody you know that needs this good stuff. This good stuff here, y'all. This good stuff. This kissing and hugging and real and I'm in it. I ain't lecturing because I'm in it too. I'm in the thick of it too. I love you. So I'll see you Thursday after next. Let me see. We got some good. We are alive and must continue to love. Say that with me. Thank you, Iggy. We are alive. You hear that, Mama? I am alive and must continue to love.